Hello there, this is Olwen Jennings of olwenjennings.com, channel coach and healer. I hope that you are all well. I am creating this video for those of you that are spiritually sensitive. You may have strong intuition, psychic abilities, you may be an empath. That in itself is wonderful, but quite often living in the world that we live in, it can be quite harsh as well, because quite often you'll pick up on other people's emotions, you'll see things that perhaps, or feel things that perhaps you are not sure what to do with, because all the while you're living this human existence and are having to navigate the human world, whether that means, fitting in with people and their opinions or circumstances or situations. It's enough to navigate living in this lifetime without feeling overwhelmed because of your spiritual gifts or sensitivities. So most of you know on my channel, so I channel my spirit guides who are called the Meter Collective. They help me help my clients to gain clarity and understanding on their life purpose, and also to help them make decisions moving forward which are more in alignment with the truth of their soul purpose, and more in alignment with the truth of really what it is they want to do. Anyway, so I've asked, my guides and I have decided to make this video, so you're going to actually hear from my guides, their perspective on what it's like to be spiritually sensitive in a human world and what you can do to negate some of the negativity that goes with that, because there is some negativity in terms of how sometimes it can be overwhelming or sometimes confusing. So essentially, because I'm going to channel my guide, you're going to be receiving some divine guidance right here, right now. I hope that you get something from this and it helps you. I can help you with all of this, so if after watching this video you feel like you would like to work further with me, then do contact me. Okay, so when I channel my guides, I blend with their energy and I close my eyes so that I can concentrate on what's coming through. So I hope that makes sense. So the next thing you'll see is me closing my eyes, and then you will see, you will hear, from my guides. Enjoy. Welcome to this video, and thank you very much for watching it. We really hope that we can help those of you who are spiritually sensitive and living in this human existence. We know it can be tricky. Our own channel, Olwen, has certainly had her share of tricky situations and has tried to work through a lot of the issues herself. So, what do we mean by spiritually sensitive? Well, first of all, as you will all be aware, we are sure, you are all essentially energy beings, but you are living in a human body. You are living in amongst humans here on earth, and you are therefore living a human existence. But if you are also here to bring your spiritual gifts and sensitivities to the world, which actually are very much needed, so you might be a light worker, you might be working within the healing fields and different modalities, or you may just be doing what might be considered a different type of job to being a light worker, but you may be aware that you are spiritually sensitive. You may have psychic abilities, you may have feelings that seem to come from nowhere, chances are you have empath tendencies, which means that you not only feel sorry for somebody that might be going through something, but you actually can feel what they're going through, or you can feel their emotion, and quite often you can take that emotion on without realizing it's actually not your stuff. So for example, it may well be that if you're living with people at home, you will know, of course, from knowing them whether or not they're in a good or bad mood, but it may well be that you know far more than that, because you will be feeling into their energy. You will know if they're hurting or upset or angry. You might not know why, but all you will know is that is the situation, and quite often you may feel that yourself, and you might mistake it for your own emotion, but in fact it isn't. Or you could walk into a room and suddenly feel awful, and you might wonder, well, why am I feeling like this? But actually what you're doing is picking up on other people's emotions. You may even be picking up on the energy of the room, but that is a different topic. You may be at work and work with people that perhaps find it hard to express themselves, but that doesn't mean that you won't know what they're feeling, because you will be feeling it as well. But the confusion is when you aren't aware that you are actually taking on their emotions and feelings. You might just be thinking that they're yours and not sure why you are feeling that way. So the key is, first of all, to work out, of course, if you are spiritually sensitive, and no doubt because you are watching this video you already know that. And then the key is to work out, well, how can I use my spiritual sensitivities and gifts in this world in a way that brings me joy and brings light and help to other people, but in a way that does not drain my energy. This is key, because if your energy is drained, you will not be able to do much, will you? Even if it's daily tasks, really, it can be quite difficult. So the first thing to do is to ground yourself as often as possible. Literally imagine that you are at one with Mother Earth. If you can go outside barefoot and walk on the ground, that will ground you. Walking in nature, not barefoot necessarily, will also ground you. There are lots of other grounding activities you can do as well, such as gardening, or even just doing quite mundane tasks, but to bring you back down to earth, as it were, to bring yourself back to you. There are lots of meditations you can do to bring yourself back to center. Also, it's very important to sit with these feelings that you are picking up on and really working out and working through that they're not yours, and literally imagine them floating away in a bubble or a time machine or whatever it is you want to send them away in. Also, things like bathing in Epsom salts or some sort of crystal salts will literally help your energy body release the energy that is becoming trapped within your energy system. Taking showers and imagining the water literally taking away anything that doesn't belong to you. Crystals can help as well. There is lots of information about different crystals that can help, but particular favourites of Alwyn's are amethyst and rose quartz. As well as grounding and bringing yourself back to centre, it's really important that you protect yourself. So when you know you're going into a situation where you may pick up on other people's business or feelings, it's really important to imagine a protective white light around you, as if you are protecting your energy. field which goes around your body, so that you do not absorb all of this overwhelm. And again, crystals can help with that. There are other things you can do to protect yourself as well. So as well as having some crystals on you and imagining this wonderful white light around you, you can ask your spirit guides to protect you from absorbing everybody's feelings and emotions, because it's really important to look after yourself. Self-care is key. In fact, self-care is absolutely essential if you are spiritually sensitive, and by that we really mean looking after yourself. Really not necessarily always putting yourself in situations where you may absorb more than you want to. If that's possible, we know that life has to go on and we know that you're living a human existence. But we're realising now as we're making this video that this all sounds very negative maybe, but we're hoping that you're also realising on your journey that being spiritually sensitive and having gifts is also a gift, and indeed can learn, if you learn how to use your gifts and your sensitivities properly, and you're protecting yourself and grounding yourself, you really have a much bigger vision of how the world is working and how you can live your best life. So we hope this has helped you. If you have any queries or you want to know more about how you can develop your gifts or how you can protect yourself going forward, then please contact Olwyn and she will help you, and of course we will help her help you. Thank you for listening. So I hope that's helped you a little bit. There's lots of information out there as to how you can protect and ground yourself, but the key is to become aware that you are spiritually sensitive if you don't know that already, and that sometimes you're just literally picking up on other people's issues and problems and they're not yours. And especially if you're working in the healing field, it's really, really important. If you're struggling with this, then please do get in touch, and it's something that we can help you with. Thank you for listening. Bye.